Okay, so one of my Discord members opened up to me and sent me this lengthy message. And I think the feelings, the struggles, the frustrations can be shared amongst many retail investors, particularly if you started investing last year. This year is pretty much how the market generally is. Okay, so I started investing back in 2018, and it was very normal to go through periods of consolidation and then an up move and then a down move, then periods of consolidation, then an up move. So last year, where it was just down and up, 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 it's what a lot of new investors are used to. But this current market that we're in is pretty normal, but I understand the frustration, and I figured I gained permission from this Discord member to share this because I really wanted to bring this onto YouTube and read it and then answer the question on camera so that it can be beneficial to not just him, but also to my YouTube community and investors who may be going through the same. So if you do get any value from if you do gain value, smash the like button. I'm not going to do my intro. Let's just get into it. All right. So gentleman asked, "Hey Emmanuel, I appreciate everything you are doing with everyone in the Discord. It's a good community and has helped a lot. But I have to be honest now, mate. I'm really struggling. At the start of the year, I made some great profits with some of your penny stock calls. But during the pullback from mid-Feb, with the penny stocks, I got stuck. Okay, I'm guessing he got stuck in with buy restrictions and other BS. So if you're with trading 212, you know what he means. I have given back all the profits and then some. So essentially from this, I take it he's in the red with a few of his penny stock plays that he got stuck in. I then listened to yourself, Kathy Wood, and other YouTubers, YouTube gurus talk about investing more in your high conviction, high quality stocks. So I did, but it feels like that's all I've been doing all year and I'm still down. A lot of us are in that position right now. Tattooed Chef, I've been investing in that for over a year now. My position has so Tattooed Chef's at 18.46. So my average in Tattooed Chef is $19.19. So I'm back in the red, even though I've been holding the Tattooed Chef for over a year now. So I understand his frustration. So I don't know what he means by he's still down. I don't know how long this can keep going. And I no longer have much confidence to continue to pour more of my hard-earned money and continue to lose money. Now, remember, in the markets, you don't lose money until you sell. Okay, the moment you sell or the company goes bankrupt, that's when you lose your money. So it's unrealized losses unless you hit that sell button. Okay, so I don't agree with this. I don't know if this is for me, and I'm close to just cutting my losses on my entire portfolio and putting the money somewhere that will actually make me happy. That's quite a good point. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but yeah. I appreciate you're busy, but I would really like your response. Thanks, mate. Now, I responded to this gentleman in private yesterday, but I felt let's make a video about it and hopefully it can help other people as well. Now, I am not going to answer this question based on my knowledge or based on my experience. I'm going to answer the question using experiences from other investing gurus, investing legends, investing heroes, people who have had significant success in the market. I'm going to use their stories to essentially answer his questions. Now, I've recommended this book, Richer, Wiser, Happier. Fantastic book filled with a lot of stories of great investors who managed to beat the markets for a long period of time. And it just goes into detail with what they had to go through. And I'm going to share one of the stories, 100 to 1 in the stock market. Again, read this book, talks about it. 100 Baggers, again, fantastic book. Peter Lynch, Beating the Street. Again, another brilliant book, One Up on Wall Street. I'm currently reading Unshakable. Oops, sorry guys. I'm currently reading Unshakable by Tony Robbins. It says, creating peace of mind in a world of volatility is all about stocks. Guys, look, I don't like reading. I'm not a bookworm. I have never been a bookworm. But the reason why I read so much books pertaining to investing now is because investing is my passion, number one. And number two, all of these books that you see here, it helps me make sense of what is going on in the market right now. Because what is going on in the market right now, if I didn't know the experiences that these guys have had to go through, if I don't know their lessons that they've taught me in their books, I would have packed up the bags. I would have gone. I would have left because this doesn't make sense. I would have quit the markets. I would have cut my losses. Exactly what this gentleman is contemplating, cutting his losses across his entire portfolio, liquidating his position, and just forget it. You can't make money in the market. Take that approach that, oh, well, I tried, I lost, but yeah, move on. Rather than try again or learn from your losses, just accept defeat and then move on. I'm not that kind of person. And if I fail at something, I want to learn why I failed and improve the next time. It's almost like a stubbornness, right? So hence why I started reading, because I started investing in 2018. I lost a lot of money in 2018. I lost a lot of money in 2019. But 2020, when I started reading Peter Lynch, I found Peter Lynch, read Warren Buffett's books. I read multiple other books to do with investing. 2020 was, of course, my best year, but again, 2020 was an anomaly. And even this year, I'm still up, even though my portfolio is down this week. I'm down about 4%, 5% this week. My portfolio, my growth portfolio year to date is still up about 11%, even after today's decline. And my dividends portfolio is also churning along in the background. My penny stocks and my speculation portfolio, that's a different story. But again, I've learned to separate that from my core holdings. So I say all of that to say this: investing is a process. It's a game whereby you gain experiences as you continue to learn from your losses, as you continue to learn from your mistakes, learn from your losses. You become a much better investor, a much more competent investor, and eventually a more successful investor. And also bear in mind, you are not the only one to go through what you're going through right now. Everybody else, including Kathy Wood that you mentioned, and other people that you're referring to, and even people in these books that I'm going to share some stories with you, they've all been through it, all right? And let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this is a quick summary of Nick Sleep and Zachariah. These guys are one of the most successful investors that you've probably never heard of. They're based in London, but essentially, they went heavy in Amazon, okay? They saw what Jeff Bezos was doing. They loved what he was doing. They had all the conviction in the company and in Jeff as the leader that they loaded the boat. But look what happened, okay? Amazon lost almost half of its market value in 2008. So Nomad is their fund, okay? So Nomad is the fund that Nick Sleep and Zachariah set up, right? Their fund fell 45.3%. Think about that for a moment. So think about ARK Invest, right? ARK Invest right now is already on the decline anyways. Think about what would happen if they were to lose nearly half of the fund's value, 45.3%. Sleep and Zachariah held an emergency meeting in an appropriately posh location, McDonald's, to discuss the possibility that Nomad's future might be in peril if the market continued to crash. They shuddered at the thoughts of ending up as analysts at some SC Wall Street firm. Still, they didn't crack, okay? So despite their whole fund dropping 45.3%, and bear in mind, when you're managing a fund, it's not just your money. This is other investors' money also, okay? So you can imagine the amount of pressure they were feeling, but they did not crack, okay? While others panicked, they exploited the market mayhem to upgrade their portfolio, concentrating even more heavily on the highest quality companies. So when you refer to what I said and what you mentioned about other gurus or YouTubers or Kathy Wood, what they advise doing, and this is what Nick Sleep and Zachariah did back in 2008. They concentrated their portfolio on their highest quality companies, including Amazon, Costco, ASOS, and Berkshire Hathaway. Now, the market will always rebound. Whether it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, the market will eventually go up, okay? All you have to do is look at history. Historically, there have been many downturns in the market, but the trend has always been upwards, okay? This is not just me just saying this. Check your history. Check the history over the past 100 years. The trend has always been up, okay? So when the rebound came, the rewards were breathtaking. From 2009 to 2013, the Nomad returned 404%. That's what happens when you stay in the game. This is what happens. This is the results you get when you do not crack under pressure. This was their fund dropping 45.3%. And then a couple of years later, they're up 404% because why? They didn't panic. They kept on concentrating and investing in their highest conviction stocks, even though it got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And these are the results they got, 404%. But think about the amount of investors that pulled out when the Nomad fund dropped 45.3%. Look at what's happening to Kathy Wood's ARK Invest fund right now. There's been a lot more outflows of her fund this year because it's been on a decline. In reality, it should be more people going into a fund because it's getting cheaper. But last year, everybody wanted to be in Kathy Wood's ARK Invest fund. She was a superhero. Everyone wanted to get in when it was getting higher and higher and higher. And now it's going down. People are scared and people are leaving. It's reverse psychology. Like, the stock market is the only place where, something you want goes on sale, you'll get scared. Rather than you buy it on the sale, the stock market is the only place where what you want, if it goes up, you want to buy more when it goes up. Like, when it gets more expensive, that's when it gets more attractive, which is just dumb. It's dumb in any other setting. If you go to the shops, anywhere you go, it's stupid to be more attracted to something you like as the price goes up. You get more attracted when it goes on sale, when it's 50% off. But the stock market is the reverse, which is just crazy. Absolutely makes no sense. So this story alone pretty much answers all of your questions there. But let's check out another one. So this is another story from Richer, Wiser, Happier of this investor called Evillard. Okay, so he's a French investor. He essentially was very conservative with his view. He focused on companies that he had high conviction over, but they weren't really hot stocks at the time. So as a result, he lagged the market by miles for 3 long years, while tech stocks went nuts. So in 1998 alone, the Nasdaq gained 39.6%. and the MSCI World Index gained 24.3%, while Solgen International, so that was the fund that he was managing, lost 0.3%. Think about that. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So the Nasdaq gained 39.6%, but your fund, not only did it underperform, it lost 0.3%, taking the piss. The following year, Solgen International roared back, returning 19.6%. Pretty good, right? Wrong. That year, the Nasdaq shot up another 85.6%. So Everlard's relative returns looked pitiful in an area when any buffoon could hit the jackpot, and his shareholders weren't inclined to thank him for acting responsibly. On the contrary, his prudence started to seem like slow professional suicide. So he didn't want to get involved with the tech bubble. He stayed conservative, he stayed with his principles, and he lagged the market for 3 long years. Now, look what happened, okay? The pressure was palpable. Everlard heard that one senior executive had grumbled behind his back that he was half senile. Everlard, who was only 59, reported the incident to his wife, Elizabeth, a battle-hardened investment banker. My wife did not even lift her eyes from the magazine she was reading. She said, only half. Imagine. So imagine, not only are you feeling the pressure from the investors who are in your fund, your own wife, your own wife is making a mockery out of you, saying only half. She didn't even make eye contact with my man. Oh, mate, straight divorce. Straight divorce. Get out my house. I'm joking, but that's crazy. That is crazy. So even his wife didn't believe in him. But 3 years, it had gone on for so long that there were days when I thought I was an idiot, he confesses. You do, in truth, start doubting yourself. And that's exactly what the gentleman who sent me the question is doing right now. He's doubting himself. He wants to liquidate his portfolio, take the L's and then move on. He's doubting himself, doubting his position, doubting his research. Again, this is nothing new. So this was back in 1998, 1999 for 3 long years. Okay. So moments of extreme pain were followed by new beginnings and extremely propitious opportunities. So this is how the story ended. Everlard's portfolio of bargain priced stocks performed superbly as rationality reasserted itself. His flagship investment vehicle, now renamed the First Eagle Global Fund, trounced the Nasdaq by 49 percentage points in 2000, 31 percentage points in 2001, and 42 percentage points in 2002. His performance was so incredible that Morningstar anointed Everlard the International Stock Fund Manager of the Year for 2021. But think about the hell he'd been through 3 years prior to this, but his performance on the rebound was incredible, and he was awarded the Stock Fund Manager of the Year for 2021. But did you just see the hell he went through? This is the game. This is the game. Okay, so I'm currently reading this book, Unshakable by Tony Robbins, like I said before, and this is from the very first pages. Big downturns in the market happen periodically, but the long-term trend of stocks has always been upward. By taking to heart the truth that emotions are enemy number one when it comes to investing, individuals can devise strategies that will enable them to outperform the market and most professional managers. Okay, get your emotions out of it. Take your emotions out. Understand that the long-term trend of the stocks has always been upwards. If the companies that you've invested in are continuing to do well, the stock will eventually do well. That's what Peter Lynch always teaches. And I hope going through some of the things I'm reading has helped. In the description below are a list of books that I highly recommend. I'm not just recommending them for recommending sake. It helps. It helps with your mental strength. It helps you to cope with the ups and downs, the swings and roundabouts of this market. It helps. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Get rid of your emotions, come up with strategies and plans, focus on your high quality conviction companies that you think will continue to produce the results over the next 5 to 10 years, and you will do well, man. Will do well. That's what history teaches us. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.